Didn't watch any football?
Oh yeah, I watched some games and stuff. It was actually some interesting games. That Arkansas Texas A&M game, that was a good game. I watched that NC State Florida State game because my friend up there that I went to stay with, he played at NC State. So
Can you watch those games just sort of like not as a football player, sort of as like, because some of the teams you're going to play, do you watch them like you're watching film, or is it just watching for
oh
fun?
no, I just watch for fun. Because I'm gonna get all that when I come here, so I try to just watch it. Of course I watch, what I'm saying, how people play, but I don't really look too much into it.
What about the Ole Miss game? Did you catch any of that one?
I didn't catch any of that one actually. I didn't even know I couldn't see what channel it was on, so I just watched really what they put on. So.
Yeah, I had that problem too for a while.
Yeah.
When you think about those past games with Ole Miss, what comes to mind?
First, it's an SEC game, so they've always been good games. But just how intense they were. I mean, we're fired up, they're fired up, and usually when we meet, we usually both pretty much have good records. So it's just a smash mouth football game. So.
How much more comfortable as a defense are you playing this up-tempo, no huddle, spread kind of thing?
We've been practicing this since January, February, whenever we started spring ball. So, pretty much every day we practice against that. So, to me, it's not really a problem. Anymore. Seeing it every day. We do it in starts and stuff like that. So, I don't think it's a problem.
Can you give an example, though, like, say, compared to a year ago, how the defense is better to react to this kind of an offense?
A year ago when we was ready for it, we just didn't play it how we wanted to play it. I wouldn't necessarily say we wasn't ready for it. It's just we didn't play it the right way.
Have the calls or the adjustments been simplified at all this year?
Oh, no, not at all. Nah, Coach Smart he wouldn't do that. We're just gonna have to get it figured out.
What do you remember about playing at Ole Miss?
Last time I played at Ole Miss was my freshman year, so that was 2011. I really don't. I remember. It being loud. But all SEC road games and home games are loud, so I don't really know. And then that was one of the first turf fields that we played on.
Is there a lot of
that's it.
Sorry, is there a lot of talk back and forth between the two teams on the field?
I don't. Me personally, I don't do the trash talking stuff. I never have. Even in high school, I never talk trash. But there's, of course, it's gonna happen. They ride up the road in Mississippi. They're gonna talk. But me personally, I don't do it.
Do you notice what they say?
No, I don't. I pretty much listen to it, but at the end of the day, I really just laugh at it.
Do you use it any sort of motivation?
Nah, not really. It's funny to me. I don't really pay no attention to it. I just laugh at it.
There's 6 SEC West teams in the top 15 and they're playing each other this week. Is it kind of crazy how good this division is and how hard a road it is to get through it?
Yeah, that's one thing. But the SEC every year is always a power conference. So, and us having to play all them teams it's gonna be a long road, and we got like 6 or 7 straight SEC games. So it'll be tough. But coaches they'll have us prepared for it. We'll be all right.
What stands out about Bo Wallace? What makes him kind of tough?
Just him being a vet. That's one thing, and he pretty much gets them lined up, and he's a dual threat. He could take off and run when he wants. He does a good job of. They have run pass options, so he does a good job of sticking the ball in the running back's stomach, and then pulling out the last second and throwing it. Really just pretty much him being a vet. That's a big thing because they're all looking at him. He's a signal caller. He runs everything. So
It seems like the last few years you guys have played Ole Miss. They've picked up some yards early, moved down the field well, but you guys figure out what happens when you guys are I guess, figuring out what an offense is doing and why does that happen, I guess?
They're going to gain yards. They do stuff offensively that can be tough for any defense to prepare for, and because they got a great running game, big guys up front, and plus a dual threat quarterback, so they're going to pick up their yards. But once you get it settled in and pretty much see because the plays that they run in the beginning are pretty much going to be the plays they run all game. And that's what I figured out being here for 4 years, that it's not as many plays as you think it's really going to be. They got their set plays that they're going to run. So, and I mean, if one's successful, then that's going to be their bread and butter. That's what they're going to go back to. So once you realize like the formation and all that, then you pretty much be set.
They use like just a lot of formations. Is that what like, they use more formations than they do plays? Is that sort of the?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, you just trying to. That's every team, not just Ole Miss. They try to hide it with the motions, and they'll line up in different formations, and then motion back to what it's going to be, and that's you just got to look at the last formation that they're in and see and remember the plays that they run out of that one.
One more. No more. Thanks, Trey.